Up to the 30, the 20, 10, 5. Torrey Horton back to the end zone.
48-yard play. Guess who? Body up the middle, making another move to the outside. 15, 10, end zone again.
Keeps it. Nice move by Brown. He's got space. He's got 6. 35-yard touchdown for Byron Brown. A record-setting night for the South Florida quarterback.
Third down so far. A little bit of a high snap. Genty right up the middle. Genty has room. Ashton Genty. Give him 6.
Second and long. Lagar tries to fit it in. Runnels. It does. Runnels stays up. The Suns offense 4-3 wins. Incredible effort for Runnels.
The G5 Hive. All G5, all the time.
Welcome to the G5 Hive Live. We are excited to bring you the G5 college football coverage you love each and every week. I am Luke. I'm joined by my co-host, Justice. We're only 6 subscribers away from 500 on YouTube. So if you're watching us on X, which I see a lot of you are, head over to YouTube, hit a sub there. We would appreciate it. Again, if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're watching us on X, please give us a follow, a like, a retweet. And if you're listening to us in podcast form, please rate and review. Don't forget, the G5 Hive merchandise store is now live. Link in the YouTube comments as well as pinned on our X page and here at the bottom of the screen. Why don't we talk about our conference championship preview?
First up, we got the American. Tulane versus Army. The game is at Army because Tulane lost this past week. So could be some weather, could be some cold weather, could be potentially some snow maybe in the forecast. I haven't looked at the forecast out there, but the game's going to be Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. It should be a great one. Army number 18, Tulane. In these rankings, these rankings are from last week. These didn't get updated yet. But yeah, should be a great game. As far as injuries go in here, really haven't heard anything, any injuries of significance for either Tulane or for Army. But we do want to talk about some players that you need to know on both sides of the ball. So when Army has the ball on offense, the players, that are going to, Army's a triple option team. They run the ball a lot. And so that all starts at quarterback with Bryson Daly, who's had a phenomenal season. He's their leading rusher, and look for him to kind of be the leading rusher once again against the Green Wave. And then Kanye Udo, their number one running back, again, also had a phenomenal year. And then running back Noah Short, they also feed him, not only running, but also through the air as well. Those are kind of the three key players on offense for Army. If we go and look at the Tulane Green Wave defense when Army has the ball, the 3 players I'd like to point out there are linebacker Tyler Grubbs. He's their leading tackler. He's their middle linebacker, a great player, phenomenal player for Tulane. Defensive lineman Patrick Jenkins. He's the one that's creating that havoc along the defensive line. And then in this game, probably not as big a deal because Army doesn't pass the ball a lot. But cornerback Rashawn Pleasant has had a phenomenal year for Tulane. So those are the defensive players to know for the Green Wave. Now, when Tulane Green Wave have the ball, the players you want to know about, quarterback Darian Mensah, surprise starter to begin the year. It's, not last week, but prior to last week, he'd been pretty phenomenal, very accurate. And we see if he can bounce back from that rough game against Memphis last week. But the number one player you need to know on offense for the Tulane Green Wave is running back Mekhi Hughes. He is, I think, one of only 3 Tulane running backs to have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Phenomenal talent. And then when they're going through the air, their leading receiver, transfer from USC, formerly from Oklahoma, wide receiver Mario Williams. He is electric when they get the ball in his hands. You saw it last week against Memphis. I'm sure they're gonna, want to do that also against Army as well. When Tulane has the ball, and we're looking at the Army defense, they've got some talent on that defense. Probably the first guy I want to point out is linebacker edge Elo Mendoza, their leading sack guy. He creates the havoc in the backfield for the Army Black Knights, as well as Kyle Lewis along that defensive line. Their leading tacklers are linebackers Andon Thomas and Caleb Fortner, both very good linebackers. And, from a tandem standpoint, they might have 2 of the best quarterbacks in G5, and Donovan Platt and Jaden Mays. They have been in our top cornerbacks list, our 2020 guys. Both of them throughout the season have appeared on that list. So it'll be an interesting battle to watch them go against Mario Williams. I think Keith Brown, also their receiver for Tulane. That's going to be an interesting battle. Mario Williams is really good. Both the Army corners are really good. And I think that could be a key battle in this game, right? Can Platt and Mays lock up the receivers on the outside there for the Green Wave? Definitely something to watch and pay attention to in this game. As far as what the spread is for this game?
6 Tulane.
So Tulane favored by 6. Man,
it just kind of I just saw what UTSA did on defense to Army. And Army, for the most part, obviously can just run the ball really, really well. But if UTSA's defense could stop them on 4th down a couple times, I feel confident that Tulane could do that as well. And how UTSA was able to move the ball, I could see Mekhi Hughes just having a big game, even though Army's defense is pretty good. I do find it interesting that Tulane's favored by 6 on the road.
Yeah.
But I do it's just going to be so hard to stop Bryson Daly. But like you said, they're only going to throw the ball, 5 to 7 times, 5 to 8 times. And you've got really good quarterbacks. And if you can kind of cheat in the run here or there, and they're good enough to get, I like Tulane in this. I don't love it, but I like Tulane for money line, I guess, purposes.
I don't know. I think the key to this game is going to be Tulane's offense against Army's defense. That's gonna. Whoever wins that battle, I think wins this game.
I think if
it gets to a shootout, then obviously Tulane's going to win.
I think if Mensa can start using his legs, he is a mobile guy. They just haven't really used him that way. But if he can use his legs every so often, tactfully, tactically, I think that could really bode well for Tulane. All right, that does it. Those are our conference previews. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Come back and join us next week as we discuss what happened in all of the G5 Conference Championship games. And always bring you up to date on the latest news and happenings in the world of G5 college football. If you're watching us on X, please give us a retweet, a like, and a follow. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please subscribe, leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. Again, we're only 6 away on YouTube for subscribers to being at 500. Go out there and sub to that. We would appreciate it. And thank you all for your support. Until the next time, we are the G5 Hive.